Way, hello, 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 viewer. Are we live? I can't see any indication. Yes, we are. Hello, viewer. Today it is Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. Guess what? Soon be Christmas. I am Mr. Brown, and I trust you are all doing very well. Today, on this evening's live stream, well, it says here we are discussing the goings on this week in the entertainment and the social media, but it's mainly just a bit of free riffing, as it were. Couple of slides, nothing major. It was a week where, as you know, shite happened in Hollywood, always does. Probably slightly less bad stuff in real life, which is pretty good coming up to Christmas. So, as I always say, my friends, if you've not shut down for the evening, lots to get through. Well, there isn't. Shall we get the guests out? You know it. Let's do it. Okay, so first, set your power phasers to stunning and brave. And my mouse died. Secret of comedy. Timing.
Hey, good
Hello,
evening,
mate.
Brune. Evening, chat. How are we all?
I'm okay. How are you, my friend?
Not too bad. Unfortunately, the small child of mine tore my pop filter in half last night, so I spent
What?
a sizable portion sewing it back together and firing it back on, and it's sitting on top of my Blue Yeti like some kind of tight foreskin.
Oh, you mean the proper fabric pop filter, the big
Yeah, the one
disc
you
thing?
stick on.
Oh.
No, not the disc thing, the one you stick over the top.
Oh, you mean the
So,
foam thing?
yes,
Oh, okay.
still called a pop filter, I
It
believe.
is. It is. So you may need to buy a new one,
Well,
relatively
I have.
cheap,
I've
I
got
do believe.
one. I've got one ordered, but wouldn't be in time for tonight's stream, so I'm afraid not.
So, other than pop filters being ripped into, how are you doing, my friend?
Other than that, my friend, I am pumped, mate, for this superb stream.
Are we drinking?
I'm just about to crack open yet another bottle of Jack.
Great to have you on, my friend. Shall we get the next person out?
Nice to be here, Brown. Indeed, let's do it.
Cheers, my friend. Next, wingman of the channel. He's making a rare appearance, folks. It is in my hour of need. It is PCat.
Hello, everybody. Good to be
Hello,
back.
PCats. Good to have you on, my friend. How are you?
Good. You know, better than some, worse than others.
How's life treating you, my friend?
Sometimes it kicks you right in the McNuggets, but you know you gotta go keep
I know that
keep pushing
feeling.
on.
I know that feeling. It's been a while.
Yeah. I always say it, to you guys behind the scenes, but I'm not.
Far too
I
long.
truly mean it. I love you guys. I miss you guys.
Far too long, hasn't
Yes.
it? Yes.
Glad to join.
Great to have you on, my friend. Shall we get the next bod out?
Do it.
Okay. And last but by no means least, for the moment, folks, from a VPN far, far away, it is the golden reach around droid of choice. You know who it is. It is Zee-ThreePIO.
Hello,
Hello.
Peter. Hello, Paul. Saints and sinners, welcome all. Tommy Cannon, Bobby Ball. Hello,
Hello.
hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
Hello there. I'm very well, thank you. Hello to Brian PCat in the chat. Good to have you all back here once again.
See,
Hey,
look, they're coming in. They're coming in. Here we go. Well, sorry, I'm a boomer. Yep. You need to get some. It's a shame we couldn't get some proper T-shirts done, isn't it? Without infringing Star Wars copyright, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure you could get some done. Mashups are allowed.
Yeah, we could probably do some if they're on a very, very limited private link type basis.
Well, no, mashups are allowed.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, channels like T Fury have made an entire business out of it,
I know, ripping off. Yeah.
two subject matters and then merging them into one.
I think the Bum Me Z t-shirts could be winners, don't you?
They could be. I'd wear one, just to entice people into my room.
Good to have you on, my friend.
Always a pleasure.
Do we know what we're discussing? Anybody?
Subjects that we don't have a clue we're talking about, possibly.
I will say hello, chat. Good evening. Nothing really planned this evening. Unfortunately, there's going to be no hot babes. Unfortunately, I did get a few more pictures today of some of the further suggestions since the weekend. So I will promise to do my best to get them up and running for Saturday. Yes.
I just think you're spending far too much time on the pictures. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes, my arm is taking some serious.
Muscly.
Yes. Here you go. I was close to unsubbing myself, and I'm running the damn thing. So yeah. So I will say, folks, no real topics this evening. There's a couple of slides. You peeps said no Doctor Who, so it's going to be a short stream, everybody.
Oh dear. Before we kick off proceedings, Brown, may I ask the chat what they're drinking this evening?
Yes, chat. What are you drinking? Here you go, Franco. Chat, you're going to be driving. You're going to be driving this stream tonight, folks. Franco Walker, I hope the pictures are better than last time, Brown. Well, there will be. They will be at the weekend.
I did have a look at the new editions, and God, there's about 3,000 nice looking ladies that will have to twiddle it down to. I don't know how we're going to do it.
Yes, Brian. I needed to talk to you after Sunday or Saturday, but I never did it. So we need, between now and Saturday, we need to get our heads together and try and whittle down the nominees, as it were.
As long as it's the heads on our shoulders, bro.
Well, yes. I do need to find, obviously, the pictures that everybody was disappointed with on Saturday. I need to get some better ones, as it were.
They were quite something.
I know. What was I, chat? What was I thinking? Does anybody know?
It's as if I'd walked into my local pub. The amount of old scrubbers lined up.
Sorry, folks. Okay. Z, I do believe there's a super chat if you're available.
I am indeed.
It's not gold, but it's still goldish.
Goldish.
Yes.
Old Cranky Gamer for $20 says, haven't been here a bit for the live stream. Dad is in a bad way. And Mum is also failing health. But rewatching your old curmudgeous groaning over Doctor Who is good watch in the hospital. Thanks for the needed laughs.
Wow. Oh, do you know, I think I will say anything to do with parents is bad, isn't it? Especially when they're ill.
Yes.
But, you know, I genuinely don't know what to say, mate. It's just shit, isn't it? But thank you, my friend.
Yes, must be a pretty hard time, but, you know,
we've all been there. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Circle of life.
Unfortunately so.
Oh, and it doesn't get any worse. It doesn't get any better because it's going to be some Doctor Who of it.
Oh, no.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay. So what do you want to do, folks? Do you just want to free riff it for a bit?
Yeah, let's do
I'll
this
do
thing.
the terms and conditions. Please like, share, subscribe, all that shite. Donate if you're feeling generous. Soon be Christmas and all that. Do we want to do a slide first or what? Should we ease our way in a little bit?
Sure, kick it off.
Okay. Guess what,
Hey.
folks? Godzilla -1 has passed 50 million worldwide. And it's still not out in Blighty yet.
No.
There was a
Never
couple
mind.
of showings in Glasgow on Monday
Yeah, previews, yeah.
as a Glaswegian rep for this channel. I didn't make it, so I'm hopefully going to see it at the end of this week.
Z, are you going to go see it?
Oh, yes, yes. I
Yeah.
love the look of this. I haven't found a channel that I subscribe to who's watched this say that they've not liked it. So I'm even saying that this is the best movie of the year.
Really?
Wow.
But I'll reserve judgment until I've actually seen it myself.
I think 1 o'clock Friday I'm going to go see it. Brian, you definitely going?
Yes, hope so. I was just replying to the chat. Yeah, hopefully. Welcome to another film that not Brian hasn't seen, talking about it, pretending he has.
Well,
seen it.
none of us have seen it. It's not out in the old Blighty, is it?
There are some contacts who have this film, but we're not privy to, you know what.
I don't I don't think I'd want to watch this on the high seas, as it were.
I'd prefer to see it on a big screen in all its glory.
Yeah.
So would I, but I would also prefer to go and see it somewhere where there isn't a massive shopping complex next to it and a whole load of Karens trying to buy Christmas shopping and drive like arseholes. That's what kind of puts me off.
PCat, are you going to go see this? In fact, do you go to the cinema? I don't even know if you go.
Very rare I go now. This is probably something I would definitely watch when it's streaming. I'm hoping, I'm assuming it's subtitled, which I'm not the biggest fan of having to read an entire
Same
movie.
here, but needs
Um,
must.
Yeah, I prefer, some of the old Godzilla movies that have the really, really cheesy, terrible dubbing, which
Yeah.
which to me always added to the charm
Yeah.
with how bad the voice acting would be for the dubbing. But everybody that's like Z was saying, everybody that I see comments on this, everybody loves it. And I guess it's refreshing. Not that I'm the biggest Godzilla fan, but it's refreshing that you get a movie that's low budget and it just it caters and hits. Apparently, it's hitting all the right notes to the hardcore fans.
It is. He goes, Sword in the Storm. Drinker got it from a man with a wooden leg. So there you go, folks. Chat, who has seen this and who is going to see this? There you go. Hi, Kira. Good evening, Mr. Brown. Good evening. I saw -1 in 4DX with my dad, who has cancer. Oh, dear. What a brilliant movie to share with him.
Good praise indeed.
Yes.
That's another feather in the cap for Godzilla.
Yeah.
I will say, again, the big C, most people have had to deal with it. So I hope your old fella pulls through, my friend. Okay, so anybody else? Let's have a look. Here you go. Common people, fly to India to watch it. We're not going to go to India this time, are we, boys and girls?
No, I'm gonna donate to this one.
Yeah, especially £3 ticket because I'm cheap.
Full £3.
Yes, I'm pushing the boat out, folks. £3.
I see you paid that same £3 towards the Marvels so you could sit and watch Bree in the dark.
Bree After Dark.
That's
Can't
how
see a
Quentin Tarantino viewed the movie.
I did feel robbed at £3. Yeah. Watching Marvels. No, yes, no.
Bummer.
I didn't bother watching it. I've lost interest with the Marvel Universe sometime around about 2015 with Age of Ultron.
I
Yeah,
kind
that
of lost
wasn't-
interest after Endgame.
Yeah, that was the end.
Literally.
Yeah. Although I will say the one bonus after that was No Way Home, Spider-Man. I wasn't expecting it to be as good, but I did like that one.
Here you go, folks. Atom Grey. See it in a theatre. Yes, good advice. See, this is what I'm for. XBT, worth seeing as it's meant to be seen, and support the filmmaker. Plus, it's Japanese money as well, isn't it?
Not real
Not-
money, folks.
Yeah,
Not real money.
Not.
Isn't that
None of
$50 million US?
What they said the budget was 15 million, but that was
Less.
15 million US, or is it 15 million Jap?
I think it's all in US.
Okay. I mean, still, it's
conversion
impressive.
to understand. I don't think
Yeah.
people would be talking about this if they had to do a currency conversion every time they talked about the box
True.
office.
It's true.
Get your calculators out, folks. Sword in the Storm. Still need Brown to explain how he gets such cheap tickets. Well, if obviously I live in Blighty. and
He knows
I'm
a fella who knows a fella. Let's
I'm
just
on-
say that.
I don't, but I'm on the 3 phone mobile cell phone network. £3 tickets is one of the little perks.
Anonymous
Which one's-
bastard in the chat says sexual favours.
I'm all for that. Anonymous bastard. Sexual favors, yes. I'm
Is
all
it
for that.
favors or
Favors.
special photos of Bree that we haven't seen in public?
Sorry, chat moved up. Lol. Pensioners tickets. Not quite. Not quite, but we're getting there. You go, Gavin Blackburn, waiting for
Yes.
Godzilla v. Well, I said this on Sunday, didn't I? Technically, could we
Yep.
class it as a sequel to Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer is Godzilla's father.
Yeah, because it's the nuclear explosion that mutated
Yeah.
Godzilla, is it not?
Yeah.
Or did I just imagine that?
There is a kind of allegory between obviously what happened in the psyche and this character. I don't think that's really any sort of secret. But in terms of how it fits in the film, I don't know, and I'm not trying to spoil it for myself.
I don't think anybody's been putting spoilers out, have they?
You shouldn't say
No,
that.
For
I
once.
haven't seen anything spoiler-wise
yeah,
on
same
this.
here,
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Romeo Tango November Zulu for $5 New Zealand dollars. Hale Brown and Co. Just on morning tea break, Chuck Norris threw a grenade and killed 10 men. Then it exploded. Cheers. Did.
Classic Chuck Norris joke.
Big in
Shall
the
we move-
80s.
Shall we move on to another slide if we've got something exciting?
The chat are going to be very, very angry with me,
Well, let's get it over and done with then.
but not quite yet. Anybody see this trailer tomorrow, folks?
I'm cautiously optimistic on this one. I mean, I'm not expecting the original. I don't think it'll come close, but I'm hoping. I mean, to me, if it can hit Beverly Hills Cop 2 level, which I didn't think was that bad,
No.
then it'll be okay. But this has been long gestating. I mean, first it was, they'd been trying for years. Then it was a TV show,
Yeah,
which I think they filmed the pilot
they did.
and they
It was
put
his
it on
son,
ice because
wasn't
it
it?
must have been really bad.
It
I tried
must
to
have
watch. I tried to watch the original as a kid. Stuck on. A friend of mine had lent me the video, and my father was loitering about, and he just saw him scowling, and he says, "If he swears one more time, that's gone off. Get the fuck out of here! Right, get it off right now." So I don't think I've only ever seen the first one. It's one of these films that I've
What?
seen
Oh,
bits.
wow.
Never sat and watched the whole thing straight the way through. Like an episode of the Krypton Factor, you only see one bit here and there.
My late mother's favourite film.
No,
It's so
really?
much fun.
Yeah.
I'll
God
tell
bless
you a
her
funny
soul.
story. We were on a grammar school field trip when this came out. So they had told us
sequel.
in the evening they were going to let us use the pool. But my
Yeah.
father and my friend's father said, let's go catch a movie. And they decided, hey, let's go to see Beverly Hills Cop. So we wound up seeing Beverly Hills Cop. It was best. Well, everybody else is, guessing the pool. We were underage, but parents took us to see Beverly Hills Cop. It was hysterical.
In the 80s when this came out, I remember
Yeah,
we
remember?
I remember this was one of the first relatively first vids to come out for the £10 VHS.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we bought this. Yeah, my late mother, I always remember her saying, I love that Eddie Murphy. He's so funny. And yeah, she just loved the original Beverly Hills Cop. It's a great movie.
Yeah, my mum was very much the same. She was like, "Oh, I do like a bit of black."
It's so much fun. I mean, great directing by Martin Brest, who also did Midnight Run.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean, the
another great
cast
movie.
was great. Not just Murphy. I mean, the way Judge Reinhold and John Ashton played off each other was
Yeah.
perfect.
Ronnie Cox.
Ronnie Cox is brilliant, and the gem of the hidden gem of the movie was Eddie Murphy's boss in Detroit. Todd, was it Todd?
Yeah. Inspector Todd.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
he was.
fucking Foley in here?
Yep, and he was
Yeah,
a real
man.
he was a real police officer. That's how they cast him. They was doing scouting. They were scouting locations to shoot in a real precinct, and they heard
Yeah.
him yelling and screaming at his men, and they thought he'd be perfect for it. And the rest is history.
So you've never seen it, Brian?
No, I haven't. You have to say that.
Got to give it a shot.
I know this isn't a recent picture, but Eddie Murphy's wearing well. Can't help but think he's got a portrait somewhere like Dorian Gray.
Either that, or
Stream
he's got
killer.
he's
Stream
got
killed it.
Logan. He's got mutant abilities where he doesn't age.
Yeah.
I
What's
must
it
have
Mega
loved
Geek says? Mega says blacked out crack. Mega Geek
Yeah.
says.
that. Speaking of crack, Mega Geek's toilet is leaking, everybody, and it's not a euphemism. Hence why he's not here. He had to call out a plumber, as it were. So, trailer tomorrow. So I'm going
Curious.
to watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it's not been updated for modern audiences. That would be an absolute disaster for the franchise.
Yep.
Can't really race
It'll
swap
make
him,
3
can
look
they?
good by comparison.
You what, Brian? They're going to race swap him, did you
So
say?
they can't really race swap him, can they?
Well, once you've had black, there's no going back, apparently.
Oh, God almighty. Welcome to demonetization of the stream on the Mr. Brown Desperation channel.
Here you go, folks. Sword in the Storm. Remember Beverly Hills Cop 3?
I'm trying to forget it.
Was that the one with John Saxon?
Beverly Hills- I couldn't sit through it. I was turned off early on in the movie when they killed off in his Eddie Murphy's boss.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? They killed him off.
Yeah, it was such a turn off. It took me right out of the movie. And then when he finally gets to Beverly Hills, there's no Taggart, only Rosewood. There's no Ronnie Cox as Bogomil. And I was like, wait, this is not Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, I only had the first two movies on VHS, so I really didn't like the third one.
Here you go, folks. Manuel Guerrero. There are only 2 Beverly Hills Cop films.
True. Facts.
Agree.
Was it Tony Scott who did the second one?
Yeah.
Ridley Scott's brother, late brother.
Yeah.
That was where... Is it Bogomel? He got shot, didn't he? By
Yeah,
the
early in the movie.
alphabet. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Bridget Nielsen was in that.
Yeah, that was actually a favorite of Stallone because the backstory of the first one was that originally Stallone was supposed to be the star of the movie. And then he kept rewriting it and took all the comedy out and put all action in and basically turned it into what the movie Cobra became. So they mutually agreed, the producers and Stallone, to go in different directions. And as a favor, I guess, for the second one, they cast his then wife.
Here you go, folks. Princess Fiona. Don't forget, Jonathan Banks was in Beverly Hills Cop. Head.
Yep.
He
henchman.
was.
Yeah.
Right,
Right.
yeah.
Did you know that George Lucas was in Beverly Hills Cop 3?
I think the chat mentioned that. Some of the
Yeah,
chat.
he was a
That's right.
disappointed man in the credits.
Basically, he was playing the role of everybody that was watching it.
Yeah,
Were they foreshadowing 30 years, 40 years in the future? 30 years in
Watching.
the future.
Probably.
Watching The Force Awakens.
Stream killer. Oh dear, that's that killed it. Okay, so it'd be interesting to see if they can get the magic back. They can't, can they?
According to John Ashton Taggart, he's claiming, but again, as they always do, he's claiming that it's as good as the original. So
What?
that's what he said. But most of these actors do their best acting when they're promoting a movie they know stinks.
Yeah.
And then it's only years later that they finally admit, yeah, it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
So
Once
it's still
the
a
cash has
payday
been-
for them.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Once the check's been cashed. I think we've got a slight delay here in the proceedings.
Yes.
Slight technical glitch there.
Melvin D. Player, Mr. Brown lies me. Brigitte Nielsen was banging Tony Scott while they were making that. Stallone accused Murphy of doing the deed. Later, it turned out to be Scott.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here you go. Franco Walker. Is it a film or a series? I think it's just a standalone, isn't it?
Yeah, just a film. They canned the series.
I wonder why. Was it that
It
bad?
had to be that bad. I mean, because I think, as you said, he was supposed to be promoted to captain, and his son was going to be the main star. I think.
Yeah.
It had to be really bad for them to can it.
I wonder if we'll ever see that. Probably not.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see that in the Batgirl, Batgirl footage at the same time.
Here you go, folks. Atom Great. I hope all. Fuck. This is probably true, though, isn't it? 31 of Murphy's kids make cameos. Wasn't he? He was married to. Was he married to Posh Spice? Not Posh Spice.
Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Old Spice, Scary Spice, Posh Spice.
Oh, help me out. The Melanie. Is it Melanie Brown from Spice Girls?
Mel B.
Mel B. Yeah, were they married? I know.
I have no idea.
I'm sure they have
According
children.
According to the cast list, Ronnie Cox is coming back.
What?
He
So
is.
is John Ashton and Judge Reinhold. Oh, and
Yeah.
Bronson Pinchot as Serge.
Yeah, I
Get
knew
the fuck
others
out of
were coming
here.
back. Were coming
No,
back. I didn't know that
no,
Ronnie
that's
Cox
it.
was.
Mm.
Makes
Well,
it
it's on the
even-
cast list.
Oh, good.
as is Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, he's
What?
supposed to be the new partner
think
for
it's-
Eddie Murphy.
Ronnie Cox is actually, for his age, wearing quite well. Also, the fact that he was shot and thrown out a window as well. He's doing quite good.
Here you go. I didn't think I imagined it, but yeah, cheers, Smilex. Indeed, Mel B. She used to dance on a podium in a boozer in Leeds. Yeah, she used to work at the where I used to work as well, the Yorkshire Evening Post newspaper in Leeds. Never met her though, because I think she'd fucked off before I started there.
Must have heard the rumours.
I
Or another
was-
restraining order.
No, I was pure as driven snow back then.
You were taking driven snow, I tell you that.
You were snorting driven snow.
No. Anyway, okay. So, let's hope it's good. I'm sure it's not going to be, but here you go, folks. Tom has some thoughts. Brown, do you need me to add Mel B to the ladies list? No.
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 There would be one very quick way of slicing down the ladies, and that would be
Yeah, man.
to make it sci-fi or TV series, sci-fi only.
Yes.
There you go, sci-fi babes.
Yeah.
Disappoint many, but make our jobs an awful lot easier. Although it might make it harder because we're going to have to go through the IMDb just to make sure they didn't appear in some shitty sci-fi thing when they were 18 or something.
We're still going to have to do the work, Brian. So,
Oh, yes. Ah, what terrible labour of love it will be, bro.
the new Haley Atwell picture is a belter. I was saying, hello, listening fat. Hello, my friend.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. For the Brits, I only ever think of Bo Selector when I see Mel B.
Ronnie Barker, remember? In the jail. Bo Selector.
Ronnie Barkay.
Turned out it was
Yeah.
his boy that ended up in the jail.
Oh, Mel B. Oh.
He fucking destroyed totally derailed Craig David's career.
Craig Davis. Do you want to rewind? Bo Selector.
Craig Davis? Who the fuck's Craig Davis?
Craig Davis.
Craig David.
No, yeah, it was Craig Davis, though. Craig David was the pseudonym. His real name was Craig Davis
Really?
in the Bo Selector.
Welcome to
Killing
90s and early 2000s pop. Mr. Brown Cope Stream.
It is.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, let's get rid of that. Sorry, chat's moving up. Sorry, folks, I'm boomering. I'm really, really boomering.
Yeah, I say to, while you're fanning about me, I say to Colin, can you put in,
Craig David. Sorry.
welcome to interrupting the semi-co-host. Just to say to Archer, Colin, can you put in your other suggestion into the community page? Because otherwise we'll miss it. Thank you.
There were a lot more names to go through on the community page, wasn't there? I almost missed yours. I thought that fucking Brian's not posted, and I couldn't see your post, and then it just appeared.
That's nice, isn't it? That's just immediately assume that I've been at it. Anyway, the average British nerd says bogged, and he's right. So let's get the show on the road.
Okay,
here.
Brian, you available to read a super chat, please?
Certainly. Nameless no name for £1.99. Sensational price for what every woman wants. Or John Menzies back in the day. SMK, Una Stubbs, Penelope Keith, Felicity Kendall, the triad.
Una Stubbs.
Proper British wanking material. Totty from the BBC.
Felicity Kendall was decent.
Yes, she was.
Good life. Silence.
Well, PCat doesn't know. And
No, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with
This
I
that.
will
think
be
we're getting lost in
completely
translation there.
I immediately
Ah.
think Felicity Kendall's name. I immediately think of the Red Dwarf line where Holly says we saw a moon that was shaped exactly the same as Felicity Kendall's bottom. We flew
see,
around
that
that a few
one.
times. Welcome to Talking
Wicked
Over the
delay on
Punchline
Mr.
on the Mr. Brown Alliance channel.
You go, Tom, too pure for material, yes.
Too proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Stubbs.
completely agree with that. There's a bit once you see her in that Aunt Sally gear, it's
Bit of a fetish, I think.
yeah.
Was Wurzel Gummidge then was a fetishist, was he?
He was a scarecrow, Brown. I don't know about fetishist.
Okay. Moving on. Z, you available? You know the rule, my friend. Are you available, my friend?
I am. Ed Woodster, I hope I pronounced that correctly, for $10.
No, apparently it's Ed Wood Senior.
Oh, yes, Ed Wood Sr., not Ed Woodster. Sorry about that.
No, I thought that as well, but moving on.
For $10 says, what would it take to make the Marvels 2 a hit? I was thinking written and directed by Tarantino, but on second thought, well, we'd have to look at Bree's feet all through the movie, so that's a big no from me. She's got feet like a bloody hobbit.
Why did she wear really bad shoes or something when she was young? Or?
I don't think she was allowed to wear shoes when she was young.
Oh, is that what it is?
Toes are all spread out.
It's rancid.
I'm actually thinking that she was climbing trees or something.
Upside down like a sloth.
Yeah.
Did we all watch the Marvels?
No.
Negative.
I watched 30 minutes of it, and that's it.
Was that on the high seas, as it were?
Yar. But even that, downloading it and watching it, I still couldn't get to the end. It was just too much.
I don't think the chat watched it. There you go. Fuck no. No.
The end of the movie, Z, or the end of your cracking one off session?
Wise people in the chat.
I think I stopped it to have a wank. Not over the cast. I mean, to stop that, and put some porn on instead.
Oh, God.
But the actual Braun porn parody of Captain Marvel is better than the Marvels.
Literally, the Last Jedi's porn parody has a higher IMDb rating than the Last Jedi.
What?
It's a pretty sad state of affairs when that's the case, isn't it? When the porn parody is better than the original.
Several fewer cocks in the production.
Are we going to see an improvement on the
stream? Not lately.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
On the Marvel stuff?
No.
Is it?
No. It desperately needs to take a break for a while.
Yeah.
Same as Star Wars. Take a long break, or at least maybe a 5-year shot.
Yeah.
Hope
5-year
everyone
break.
forgets about it. Yeah.
And they need to plan out what they're going to do, not just make it up as they go along, which they have been doing.
Yeah.
Feige go?
Yes.
Everybody should go. Everybody is start fresh, clean, and like you said, at least a 5-year break.
I just don't think there's enough. Even if they stop making them, I just don't think the quality of writers anymore is there. Yes, no. Obviously, there are always exception to the rule. There will be some very, very talented peeps out there somewhere.
They just don't seem to be getting the chance. Sorry, Z, they just don't seem to be getting the chance to. The decent writers. You could argue that the fulfilling of quotas is in that, but I don't know if that's really part of it. Sorry,
That's
Zee.
like- Yeah.
That's all right. They need better writers. They need to stop employing diversity hires as directors. I mean, it's all well and good going, oh, The Marvels is the highest grossing film by a black female director. No, that's just not good enough.
Black female employee.
There's a wealth of material they've never touched from comics that they could, if they, like you guys said, if they got rid of the agenda stuff, just make quality movies based on the best-selling comics. There's so much they can do.
Nameless No Name. It's an endemic problem. And then, here you go, folks. Manuel says, simply rehire the old writers.
Depends, or they still could well be off the boil even. The older you get, it could be a lot more difficult. I mean, look at George Lucas, for God's sake. The stuff he did in his earlier days cannot compare. When held up against his more recent cries for help.
I will say to the chat, I just genuinely don't think we're ever going to get any of that back. I think we just probably need to accept we had it good for a while. Chat, do you think we're going to get any of the any entertainment back to the quality we used to have, or is
I
it?
just think I slightly disagree, Brown. I think we've all just been black-pilled with what's been going on the last little while. I think it needs to go over itself and over this reign of the activist that we've got just now. Reached a high watermark, I think, already. I think it will be pulled back and hopefully be a little bit more sensible. And I think eventually, there's too many people that love cinema out there and want to do it. I think they'll eventually come back. It might take 10 years even before it gets back to normal.
Are you available to read a chat, Brian? Please.
Nameless No Name in the chat says the old writers wouldn't come back because of the toxic atmosphere. You have to get rid of the execs. That is true.
That is true, yes. I mean, Kevin Feige, or was it Kevin Feige? No, Bob Iger, who said they needed more execs involved to make it a success. No, that's exactly how you don't make things a success.
Gavin Blackburn, cocaine-fueled writers' rooms need to return.
Can't be any worse.
I'm not going to predict this, by the way. Sword in the Storm, Aquaman 2 will make... In fact, this is for you, Zee, I do believe.
Oh, no.
Headphones off, everybody.
Sword in the Storm in the chat says, Aquaman 2 will make a... billion and save cinema.
Zee's making me fucked for the next hour.
Yeah, that's me done and dusted for the rest of the stream, I think.
You're getting quite the performer. You're milking those now, aren't you? You're milking the audience.
Yes.
Oh,
Keep them coming back for more.
yeah. Here you go. Anonymous bastard. Christ on a fucking bike.
Save it on a
sorry about
saddle.
that. I'm going to blow your
Max
speakers up.
Room for now. And yes, we're liking it.
And to see...
Do you know, chat, you are... Sorry, Zee, I talked over you. There's a bit of a delay on this. Chat, you are wonderful. Somebody said that honesty is probably going to be the best currency on modern entertainment. I suppose we're making our... Is this modern entertainment, guys? Yes, no? Or is it just us cocking about?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Brown's not been having a very good time of it of late, and you guys in the chat, you are just the fucking best. You've cheered me up. Thank you so much.
For just 20 English pounds, we can get Brown back on the chain.
Time of year's not helping, folks. Brian, you available, mate?
Princess Fiona for $2 pretended dollars in the chat says, we have lost the institutional knowledge of the cinema.
So there.
I mean, a lot of the Marvel and Disney movies today, they don't feel like they've been planned out. It's like they've got a point A to get to, and then point B and point C, and all they do is fill in the middle bits, rather than constructing a film as a whole. And that's not going to be
the J.J. Abrams syndrome, where he has some nice ideas, has a collection of scenes that he would quite like to go in a film, and then just throws them in haphazardly and tries to make them fit.
Right around it, and that's not working for me.
Jesus! This is what happens. This is the price we have to pay for $1 billion from Z.
You fucked the diaphragm of your microphone. You go, no, RMB said authenticity would be the currency. That's not the same. What did I say? Anybody? Forgotten?
No, I wasn't listening.
Okay. I think we all we just need to be nice and authentic and genuine. And hopefully things might happen.
Here's hoping.
I do believe Z available, please.
I am. Melodic Method for $20 says, cheer up, Brown.
I'll try.
Cheer up. It's not as if the toilet's leaking or anything, is it?
Oh, ouch.
And you've got more to drink than flat tonic water.
That is a world of hurt when your toilet leaks.
Yeah.
No, it isn't. I watched 2 YouTube videos on how to replace the filling valve thing. I went down.
You don't even know what it's called.
Picked it up.
The system.
And installed it. Yeah. Well, no, it's actually a filler valve.
And did you fix it?
Yeah, about 20 minutes. I've never done it before. I've stopped calling out tradespeople. I'd rather destroy my house on my own.
Ego folks. Fat lover. You said honesty. So they're not the same. Authenticity and honesty. Ego folks. Tom, watch Planes, Trains and Automobiles. That's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one, but that was fun.
Read the chat, for fuck's sake. Sorry, sir. I'll try harder. You go, Jay Goodwin, Brown's toilet is leaking. Oh. However bad it is, you just know it can be worse. That was not a good night. The only liquid I had in the house was flat tonic water. How bad is that? A 2-year-old bottle of tonic water, folks. I still drank it, though.
Commitment.
I still drank it. I will say I do have, hopefully, folks, next week, I was speaking to Ruin today. Hopefully next week, Ruin will be back.
Hey.
Cheers and applause.
Silence.
So when's the Attack of the Clones stream happening?
I don't know.
If only we could speak to the person who was in charge of the channel, bro. Maybe we could.
Oh, he's long gone. Here you go, folks. 2-year-old bottle of tonic water equals get a woman It was just one of those things. I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy myself some tonic water. I've got some gin. I'm gonna have a nice little tasty beverage. 2 years later, the bottle of gin is still unopened, and the bottle of tonic water is still unopened. So how bad is that?
Whoa. You had gin in the house and you went with the tonic water.
Oh,
Any man in
yes.
your condition would be pouring that straight into his eyeballs for that stream.
What is wrong with me, chat? Brian, where did it all go so wrong?
When you were turned on by Bree's feet, it started.
Let me check my notes. Sunday, the 5th of November.
Was it the day when I decided to go not quite full vegan? Because as we know, never go full vegan.
Yeah, get a Big Mac down your throat, Brown.
I had some fish yesterday. Here you go, common people for £5. Allegedly real money, folks. As my old dad used to say, it could be worse. You could be French.
On this bad reviewer just unsubbed.
We
just request that one of our mods posts a nice picture of the famous picture of Bree's Tootsie Toes in the chat there, so that Adam Jones can see what we're talking about and get on the same page.
Here you go, folks. Tom, been enjoying ruin movies on the Twitter. Yes.
Yeah. I think he did Gremlins today. I saw.
As I said, Ruin should be back next Wednesday, so I don't know what we're going to do, folks, but I'm sure once Ruin returns, a lot of people will be very happy. Myself, Brian, Z, PCat, definitely. PCat, you're his number one fan, aren't you? Because Ruin just such a prolific screenwriter.
He's the only one that ever made a quality Star Wars movie. He did what George Lucas can never do.
Somehow Ruin returned. And I know Amelia Bedelia, she was asking right at the beginning. Yes.
Have we ever done Die Hard? It's a great Christmas movie.
No.
Why don't we put out to the chat what we could do?
Yeah, we should put a poll on the community page. What movie should we do?
Do it yes or no?
Yeah.
We're 35 years old now, right? Die Hard?
Yes, 1988.
What? God, I feel old. Here you go, folks. Melvin Deeply, Mr. Brown Alliance. Vegan equals bad. Lots of essential vitamins are fat soluble only. You need fat to be healthy. There you go, nutritional tips on Mr. Brown Alliance, courtesy of Sir Melvin of Deeply. Brian, you available, mate?
Common people for 5 British poundings says, or asks rather, has he watched the latest Monarch Legacy of Monsters? This is the TV series that he was creating himself.
Yeah, this is the one with the background to the Monsterverse, going back to 1953. I watched episode 4. Unfortunately, I fell asleep during it. My wife said it was a filler. So I'll be back on episode 5 as soon as I can grab it. But I have finished binge watching Obliterated on Netflix. Funny as hell. I can't recommend it enough. It's just completely gung-ho, guns, tits, drugs. It's everything it's like a live action version of Team America World Police.
Oh, it is actually live.
Oh, yeah.
Obliterated.
Obliterated, yeah. So, nuclear bomb in Las Vegas, which they managed to capture. Unfortunately, they go and have a party, get absolutely fucking wankered, and then find out that the bombs are fake. So they're all trying to find this nuclear bomb in Las Vegas. High as balls.
Obliterated. And you say it's on...
It's on Netflix. Yeah, it's 8 episodes, 8-hour-long episodes. Give it a try.
And there's tits. What?
Loads of
Breasts.
them. Loads of them.
What?
And it does keep you engaged throughout.
What, the
Almost,
breasts?
well, everything. Almost every episode ends on a cliffhanger. So it's and I sincerely hope they could do a season 2. I'll be right there for that.
Well, let's hope people watch it then. Do we do
Yeah.
this one?
No,
Black
we didn't.
Lives are Black Knives for $2. Brown's DNA is made of Bree's nucleotoes.
Oof.
Ugh. Poor Bree. Poor Bree. Z, are you available to read a super chat from the
Yes.
wonderful Larry?
Larry for $20 said, "Well, made you look."
Thank you, Larry. So generous. Thank you, my friend.
Thanks, Larry.
Okay, so do we want to see another slide?
Oh, go on.
perhaps?
Go on.
Do it.
Wait.
Obviously, I was getting a bollocking for Doctor Who stuff, wasn't I?
Yes. Yes, you were.
So should we try and avoid it for the time
Yeah.
being?
No,
well-
not one particular subject. If we're talking about Chris Eccleston,
Yeah, let's have a rant.
let's have a go on that
Do you want to do that now or later?
whenever you're ready.
Do it now while Z's microphone is still slightly dodgy and me, producer. And he's
Yeah.
No, I want to do these
Oh, what now?
because I like these.
What is it? Oh.
Cancel pigs.
Yeah, who saw these?
Yeah, I love cancel pigs.
Cancel pigs, everybody.
It's great that Mark Millar has given them a name before
So,
they
yeah, could you
just
Could you explain
SJW.
this?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the story
Explain this
behind
for the
these?
viewers
Yeah,
at home.
yeah.
Yeah, these are the rainbow flag morons that don't like anybody involved in independent comics. So they always take to their laptops or phones and go online and try to cancel the artist or writer because their political views don't align with theirs. Well, pigs, go fuck yourselves.
Boom.
Go oink oink off. See, everybody knows the.
Yeah, I've been collecting cancel pigs memes for the last 2 days. I just think they're hilarious.
It was trending today, I believe.
Here you go. Common people, 1. Oh, it's been a while since I've had bacon. I want bacon.
I had a bacon sandwich for the lunch.
I will say
Bacon.
the smell of bacon. Oh, fucking hell. I can see why people who are, vegetarian or vegan just lose their shit and crumble. Yeah. The smell of bacon. Oh, it's incredible.
Mhm.
And they hate this term. They absolutely hate it.
Really?
Oh, they really flip out over it.
Oh yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's yum. I think it's great.
Beautiful.
Here you go. Gavin Blackburn. I love it that the cancel pigs are all claiming Mark Miller is a bully for calling them out. They don't like it up them. They don't like the cold steel. No. That's a Dad's Army reference, by the way. Would we like to see another one?
Yes, please.
There were a couple which I would have liked to have shown, but
It's such a better term than the old keyboard warrior term. I love this. This is great.
Who's doing these memes? Are these AI generated or?
Yeah, a lot of them are AI generated. A few are hand drawn, but they're coming up with some excellent cancel pigs.
I think common people's getting turned on. Here we go.
But I don't get this one. I mean, that looks like an angry movie cynic with blue hair. If it was 3 times the weight.
Sorry, Matt.
obviously.
I think there's another one.
God.
Oh, this one.
I think that one is the Whisper Network.
Oh, it's bad, isn't it?
It is. But they're being put in their place now. And being
Beautiful.
called out for exactly what they are. A blight on the comics landscape.
Well, it's not even the comics. It's every landscape, really, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Inserting their ideology into everything. Go fuck yourselves, cancelled pigs.
Here you go, Jamalama. That's perfect. Here you go. I've been burgled, which is never nice. That's bloody scary, that one. Yeah, I think this one pretty sinister. It is not the worst one, though, is it, Z? The one with the bald person with the large boobies is horrendous, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that is horrendous. That's
I
on
couldn't
my
even
feed.
put it on here. Yeah.
No, you can't put it on here. You've got to demonetized immediately. But it's quite possibly the ugliest woman I've seen in a long time.
Oh, it's definitely a woman then. We don't know, do
Well,
we?
not wishing to judge their sexuality, but it does look like. But still, you know, if it looks like a pig and oinks like a pig.
Is it good that somebody's... Well, it is good that somebody's finally had the balls just to stick their head above the parapet and call them out, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's about time. And
Do you
getting away
think-
with it for far too long. All the best writers and artists are out of Marvel and DC, but they've got quite successful careers launching their own comics. So why would they ever want to go back?
I think this one's for you, Z.
Sword
Do
in the
you-
Storm says,
Okay.
do you just assume she has a pig's pronoun? Z. Yes. I am assuming.
PCat, you like this? Your type of woman? Or sorry, they, them? Pig?
Yep.
Boat?
It that.
Uh,
God, it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful watching these people get put down.
we've got some
It's
new
been-
pronouns coming in, folks. Here you go. Melodic method. Pig pronouns are bacon, salty, delicious.
Streaky, smoked, and back.
Ham-fisted. Pork. Here you go. Nameless, no name. Pig presenting.
Definitely.
Is it an injustice to pigs?
Yeah, at least
Well-
pigs serve a positive purpose.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, in many religions, the pig is considered to be a filthy animal, which I think perfectly describes people who try to cancel others.
I thought the pig was a clean animal. Or is that me just hallucinating?
So far
No,
in this stream, we've talked
Yeah.
about medical conditions, leaky toilets, and now pig
Filthy
hygiene.
pigs.
I will say you don't get that on Nerdrotic, folks. There you go, Larry. Pigs are excellent creatures. So yeah, pigs are pretty clever. Are they? Yeah, I always thought pigs were intelligent.
Council pigs aren't.
No. There you go. Melvin Deeply, last of the summer swamp. That's one for the Brits, everybody. Z, are you available? There is a gold-coloured super chat, my friend.
Gold-coloured super chat. Old Cranky Gamer for $10 says, I took a huge dump in the gender-neutral bathroom at work. It was the biggest she-it I have ever seen.
Bravo. Well done.
I like that. Thank you very much.
So gender-neutral bathrooms do exist.
Mm.
What?
Moving
Yes,
on.
of course they do.
Moving on.
You have
Okay,
gender-neutral bathrooms at home. I don't say, oh, only I'm using the downstairs loo. The rest of the family can't. You girls go upstairs.
Yeah, but I always thought at work it was always call me old-fashioned, folks. Is it male? Is that the correct term?
What are you talking about?
Gents.
The gents.
If only Josh Michael was here to keep us right.
Well, he isn't. God rest his soul.
Careless with that whisper.
Okay. Do we want? I don't think there's any more piggy wiggies. Do you want to do the? Do you want to trigger? Sorry, chat. If we trigger you, we do apologise. Sorry, I'm boomering.
Spit
Bear
it
with
out,
me.
Brown, and we'll
I'm
give it a
boomering.
read.
Sorry, folks. StreamYards has a very, very bad bug of when you scroll to the slide you want, it moves straight away if you're not quick.
Oh,
Sorry, folks. Doctor Who. Anybody see this?
I did, yes.
Z for the folks at home.
Well, Christopher Eccleston basically wants most of the top team firing, including Russell T. Davies and Julie Gardner. I think this is down to the punishing work schedule that they did on Series 1.
Right.
Rather than, any personal hatred towards him. They were just being overworked and not respecting the artists. So he won't work with them again. Good on him.
They had a massive argument, didn't they, on the series when they were
I believe
filming?
so.
Which is why he left, wasn't it?
Yes.
Where was the? Where was the convention when they were where they were talking?
I don't know which convention this was, but it must be a recent one because he's very grey-haired.
Yeah, because it's that, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
it's earlier in the month, this convention, apparently.
Because there's Billy there, Billy Piper. She's looking pretty good.
It was the Love of Sci-Fi convention in Manchester earlier this month.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Sorry, chat moved up. I believe this month Eccleston hadn't already gave 10 different other explanations for him leaving Doctor Who. Yeah. I think Gary was talking about this earlier and he pretty much said the same thing as well. Sword and Storm, he's old as fuck.
He's actually not that old. He's only 50 or 59. He just it looks a bit older than he actually is. His finest hour was still, in my opinion, in Shallow Grave, 1994, Hugh McGregor film.
Never seen it.
You've never seen Shallow Grave?
Well, you've never seen Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, but Shallow Grave's excellent.
Well,
He's
Beverly Hills Cop
absolutely
is.
nutty in that.
Yeah,
I think that's probably his darkest role.
yeah, brilliant. Well, that was part of the problem. Was he was a more of a a serious actor rather than someone with comedic timing. I think Billy Piper at the time was very nervous about this particular role and didn't want to fuck up. And I think Russell T Davies has a slightly more comedic tone
Yeah.
to the content that he produces, and it didn't quite fit with Eccleston, and there was a lot of fighting about it. I think the fact that they didn't know how it was going to be received led to a lot of people just not really taking any kind of ownership of it until they found out that it was well received, and then everyone put their hand up and said, I was involved in that, and seemingly Eccleston took a big umbrage to that.
Oh dear. Here you go, Gavin Blackburn. Our Friends in the North was Eccleston's best. Not seen it. How bad am I? Not seen it. That was a TV series, wasn't it? Yeah. Here you go. Eccleston's best. Our Friends in the North. Silence.
Haven't seen it.
28 days later. Was he in that?
Silence.
No. Silence. Is anybody here? Anybody seen it? No. Here you go. Not seen it. From Leeds. Get in the bin. Sorry. Sorry. Not my thing. But I was probably out raving as well, which probably didn't help.
Well, if anything during the 90s tends to be a blind spot with you, bro.
I can't remember anything of the 90s. Smiley's out. Agreed. Bin Brown. All right.
Of course, he was in. Sorry, but he was in Thor: The Dark World. Remember, as Malekith.
He was,
remember?
yeah.
28 days later. Yep, he was. Yep.
Oh yeah, here you go. I remember this. I watched this. He was in G.I. Joe. Yeah.
It's Destro. I quite liked that film. I know it was about shit, but it was. He was in Danger Mouse in 2018 as well. Welcome to Guess Who's on IMDb scrolling.
Yeah, I was just looking up Shallow Grave. I'll have to add that to the list to watch now.
Never seen it.
No,
Or if I've seen snippets of it, I can't ever remember watching it. Nameless No Name. Don't appreciate Danny Boyle films.
Yeah, you have to give that a watch as a cracker. Billy Allen's dad in it.
Brown focuses on the classics. Yeah, Marvels. Marvels, yeah. Right, let's see if there's any other slides. I don't think there is actually. Oh, there is actually. There was a premiere for the Christmas episode. Z, did you see this?
What, this picture?
Yeah, why are they premiering a Christmas episode?
No idea. They've never done it before. They're giving it all some sort of pomp and circumstance, like it's important. But I wouldn't have rated any of the 60th anniversary specials over the 50th.
No.
It was supposed to be a celebration, and it wasn't.
More like a funeral.
It's Angie Watts from EastEnders. Sorry, PCat.
No, sorry about that.
No, go. Question. Go.
Now, I'm not being super familiar with Doctor Who. The person on the far left.
They're all on the far left, are they not?
It's true, yes.
Thinking man's joke there, everybody. Thinking man's joke. Well done, Brian.
Is that a character costume, or is that just their personal taste? And I use the word taste very loosely.
Well, the Christmas episode is supposed to be about goblins, so I'm guessing she's playing one of the goblins. That looks like one of their outfits.
Oh, okay.
Why is he dressed like the cat from Red Dwarf?
Ow!
Who's the incredibly attractive lady just inside?
Anita Dobson.
No. Oh, no.
No, the attractive one.
That's his assistant. I don't even know what she's called. Millie? Something?
Ruby Rose.
Okay.
Do you think Russell's erect in there? Or
No.
sporting a semi?
That's why
Ruby
he's got a
Sunday.
smile on his face.
Ruby Sunday, that's her name.
Mm.
Played by
put
Millie
that-
Gibson.
Drew Gordon says Daniela Westbrook.
No, she's still
After
got
the
a
nose
nose.
surgery. Yeah, after the nose surgery.
She was very attractive back in the 90s before she decided to take the middle of her nose out through cocaine use.
God, that's bad, isn't it?
Apparently, at the time, she said she was kind of delighted because it allowed her to get more up there, like a Henry Hoover. Everything goes back
Winners
to
don't
Charlie.
do drugs, everybody. Remember that. Yeah. Not even actresses who are spending $2,000 a day on the Bolivian. Definitely not. Yeah, $2,000 a day on Bolivian back in the 90s. Fucking hell. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Okay, so that's a couple of weeks, isn't it? Z, the special
No, 25th of December.
with the little goblins. 11 days, is it? 12 days? Yeah. We're going to be watching. are we?
Yeah, 10 days. 10, 11, 12 days.
Apparently, goblins are problematic now as well.
Yeah,
In-
all the ultra left wing weirdos that said the goblins in J.K. Rowling's work are Jews are astonishingly silent when it comes to all the goblins in this. Like, one is okay and one isn't. Make up your bloody mind. But if you see goblins and you think, oh, they look like Jewish people, or you see orcs and you think, oh, they're black people, then I think the racist is you.
Yeah, it's the
Are you
same issue they had with the Sand People in Disney trying to humanize them. There's a lot of people telling on themselves. Shut up, you're the fucking racist.
Are you saying there's some double standards, sheer double fucking standards going on?
I'm saying there's some idiotic activists out there.
I'm saying they're a bunch of hypocrites because it's okay when the left do it, but not okay when the right do it.
Ah.
Sheer double fucking standards. Fat lobber. OIC double Lizzo.
Oh, yes. Well done, old cranky gamer. Bigotry of low expectations.
Oh, here we go. Is that a compliment?
Well, not to me.
Oh, okay.
I think it's commenting on the inclusion of goblins and things. But it just didn't look very appetizing from watching the trailer. I wasn't really on board with it.
RTD said it's going to be more fantasy driven this series, didn't he?
Specifically, Russell T. Davis's fantasies, I would imagine.
Hmm.
Moving on.
Moving on. It looks great, doesn't it, folks?
We had about 15 chat messages saying bogged about 10 minutes ago, Brian. Maybe we should move on.
Yeah. Are we chat? Are we bogged? Just put bogged if we're bogged and bogged if we're not bogged. I'll start. Here you go, folks. I'll start. There you go. I think we're bogged, don't you? Okay.
Boobed.
Bugged. Double bogged. That is, I think that we've got one slide left, but we'll keep that for the end.
What could it be?
I don't know. Well, I know. The chat, some in the chat said, did we see the Dune 2? Was it June?
Yes, June 2 trailer. That looked really good. I'm going to have to rewatch the first part before we go to the cinema next year.
Chat, did we all see the Dune? Was it June 2 trailer?
Dune.
Dune.
Dune
Kat,
2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, did you see it?
I've not seen the trailer.
We all saw the first movie, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. What did we, for the people who have seen the trailer, what did we think? Good, bad, indifferent?
The first one is a bit slow, but then it has to be. It's got a lot of world building in it,
Yeah.
which is essential for the second film. I think if you've watched the first film recently, you're probably going to enjoy the second one a lot more than if you haven't. So go back and give it a go once the air dates are given.
Here you go, folks. Great trailer. Common people. Too many trailers. Oh, here you go. Amelia Bedelia. I can't see Channy in Zendaya. You know what? I just got the feeling that this one's just going to be all about her from that trailer, or is it me?
Do you think? No, surely not.
The best. She wasn't in the first one all that much, which is why it was good. I just don't. I think she's overrated, but that's just me.
Really,
She
I
tends to
think
have-
she's okay.
See, just as I was saying that, here you go. Melodic Method. Zendaya is not a good actress.
She tends to have one expression that's plastered on her face. Yeah. I can see
Yeah, I
that
wasn't
one.
impressed with her in the Spider-Man movies, at least.
She makes Daisy Ridley look like Dame Judy fucking Dench.
And now we're getting a Ray movie. See how that works?
Oh,
Yeah.
You should have put up the AI that DD Cobra put up for the Ray movie. Deeply problematic version.
In what way?
Have you not seen it? It was a picture of a kind of AI version of Daisy Ridley as Ray, looking incredibly attractive.
Well, doesn't she normally look incredibly attractive?
I'll take the fifth on that one.
And of course, we all saw her Instagram post from this week, didn't we?
No, but I'm straight to looking at it right now. Zee.
Well, I posted it in the private chat yesterday. It was one for you. That one when she's taking her mate from
Yeah.
behind.
See, I knew common people had come in. Daisy one, yeah. Black Lives or Black Knives. Daisy Midley. Nameless. God, here we go. This is one for the Brits. Nameless, no name. She's not a patch on. Cheryl Baker. Here you go. Mr. Brown likes me. Yeah, I get that feeling that Channy too. I heard that Villain was forced to do 2 diversity main role picks, and he chose Keynes and Channy to limit the damage. I've got very, very bad feeling about Dune 2 purely because of Zendaya. Am I sharing this picture?
Yes, go on then.
It's not naughty, is it?
Well, they're all clothed.
It's not the. Oh no, you don't. It's not the Daisy
Oh
one,
no,
is
I can see it now.
it? For fuck's sake.
You don't have to.
I will say the last couple of streams, the Autobots have been on my case, as it were, and I would say the last few streams have been reasonably well behaved, and the Autobots have been on the case, as it were. The chat are wanting us to show it.
Stick it in the.
Do it. Is it pornographic?
No, they've all got clothes on.
Is it suggestive?
It is very
Yes.
suggestive.
Suggests there's a pervert in an AI machine.
Go on, do it. Do it. It definitely looks like AI artwork.
What's the pose? I can just about make it out. What's the pose? Please describe it to me.
Two fully clothed girls on a sofa. Looks like they're indulging in some biscuits.
Is there a cup anywhere?
No cup.
Certainly no acting awards either.
Am I going to get
No,
bollocks for this?
probably not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right. You
Fully
got 2
clothed.
seconds, everybody.
Let me just read the caption.
What does the caption say?
The caption says, Daisy wanted to help her friend Emma get over her ex, so they had a naughty Christmas night.
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
Emma,
I've seen
Emma
that.
wants those biscuits, doesn't she?
That's all you're getting.
They look like digestives.
That's for you, chat.
You'd be
That's
as
for
well
you.
having 2 minutes of silence while everyone puts it in pause and catches up.
I'll probably
Presses
get
the
into trouble
print
for
screen
it. Fuck
button
it.
and then dumps it into Photoshop to edit.
Yeah, fuck it.
Cam in the chat. Hello, Cam into
Hello,
the
Cam.
chat.
1, 2.
Yes, one each.
Oh yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Adam Jones says definitely a Palpatine.
Where am I looking? Definitely. Where am I looking?
I've just
Here you
read
go.
it out. It's okay.
Well, the Force is with her. Bouquets. Screen clip for the lawyer. Yeah, biscuits. They don't die from getting impaled now, do they?
Did they used to?
Qui-Gon says yes.
Well, people did die. Not unless if you're Disney, though. Come on, people. I can't remember my own name now. I think he's on pause. You can pause, but still type.
Do you notice we've just gone up to 100 watchers now just since you put that image up?
Never mind. You can, if you didn't see it, you can pause it later, folks. Shall we do the? I'm probably getting into trouble but fuck it. Shall we do the last slide?
Oh, go on.
Rip it out.
Just bear with me. I'm boomerang.
Well, you're doing that. I'll just let me read out old Cranky Gamer's chat message who said, that'll be Common's Christmas card now. And finally.
Z
Big
briefly mentioned this on Sunday. Ian Gibson, folks.
He is a great loss to the British comics industry. I think the first time I saw Ian Gibson's work was him doing Dredd in the first year. And then he went on to do Sam Slade, Robo Hunter, Ballad of Halo Jones, which arguably is one of the best things that 2000 AD has ever done. He draws women perfectly. And he will be sadly missed.
Halo Jones. I thought Halo Jones was a pop group in the early 90s.
No, there was a track called Hanging Out with Halo Jones by Transvision Vamp, which is on their album. But no, she's a comics character, did 3 separate books. She was just a bored girl who decided to get out of where she was and do something else and went on to greater things.
Curious if anybody knows, did he ever make comments on the 2 different versions of Dredd, the movies?
I don't know.
I had a quick look at the wiki page for him. He's done a lot of drawing, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was absolute staple on 2000 AD.
I've never read an issue of 2000 AD. How bad is that?
Oh, well, in that case, I hope you get space aids.
Jesus.
Comics were never my thing. How bad is that?
Really? I've always loved comics.
I did the original Marvel Star Wars when I was a kid, but that was about it, really. Here you go. Average British nerd. One of the big 2000 AD artists.
Oh, yes.
Bin Brown.
Straight in, bin, lad.
Is that before or after I jump out the window? Brian, you available, mate?
Not Brian in the chat says Transvision Vamp lead singer Wendy James needs to be in the lovely ladies stream. Also, I've lost it now. I can't find it. It says chat's moved up. Chat's moved up, folks. Hang on. Boomer in. Chat's moved up.
I am a boomer.
I've
In
lost
fact,
it.
just as I was pressing it, it moved up.
There we go. A common people in the chat says that we need more Carl Urban Dredd. I heartily agree, but sadly, the first one didn't do particularly well, despite being a cracking film. So I don't think we'll ever see it.
Sorry, folks. Yeah, you mean this one?
That's it. Well done.
Because he wants to do more Dredd. He loved doing it.
I like that one a lot.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
We had an excellent stream, didn't we, Brian? A very enjoyable
Yeah, nearly.
evening doing
Yeah, nearly. We've covered the movie twice, didn't we?
I think the first Dredd stream was my very first live stream.
Yeah, and the second one was nearly our last, wasn't it, Brian?
Yes, it was. Yes,
It was,
stoned
yeah.
out your tits. See,
It's a great movie. Shame nobody
is.
watched it.
yeah, damn shame.
You think it was because the Stallone movie left a bad taste in some people's mouth?
Guests.
See, what do you think?
No, I think because the Raid was released first, although it wasn't filmed first, and everybody went, well, it's just a sci-fi version of the Raid. I think that put a lot of people off, and I absolutely devastated I never got to see this in 3D. It was just in one week and gone the next.
I did.
really
I managed to
wasn't-
see it. I managed to see this.
It really wasn't given the time it needed. I think it would have been an absolute hit if it was properly promoted.
I watched it at the cinema in 3D. It was really good.
Oh, piss off.
I managed to catch it. Why didn't you? You're the alleged fan. I caught it.
I was making my costume.
He's at home watching his tights.
Here you go, folks. Sword in the Storm. I still have a T-shirt from Stallone's Dredd. Silence.
Silence.
Stallone couldn't wait to get the helmet off, could he?
Yeah, that's and yet you think about such a great job that Carl Urban did, using only his chin and his physicality.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there with Hugo Weaving's performance as V.
Here you go, folks. Tom, Dredd in cinema 3D was in excellence. It was one of the few 3D films which was really, really good. And Z, you didn't see it, did you?
No. It's one of my
Ah.
cinematic disappointments, and it haunts me to this day. I wish I'd seen this in
Really?
3D. If it ever comes back on, even if it's for a day, rest assured I'll be taking the day off to watch it.
I wonder how much it costs to hire the cinema out these days.
More than I'm prepared to spaff.
Okay. Maybe if we ever have the meetup, we could do a cinema watch of Dredd.
That would be nice, but I don't think we're going to get a 3D screen for
No.
the amount of money that we get. You'd have to fill the place, I think.
Well, couldn't even show it in 2D. Here you go. Max Vroomvanel. Urban was good as Dredd, but it needs to be done proper now, which means it won't.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'll give the Stallone movie is it really presented Mega City 1 perfectly.
It looks amazing, doesn't it?
It was huge, sprawling, claustrophobic, but the city in the Dredd movie wasn't. It just looked like it could have been filmed anywhere.
Zee-ThreePIO.
Generic
It was
dystopia.
filmed in Zee-ThreePIO.
And an old shopping centre in London that was demolished, apparently.
If it was demolished, how could they film it?
It was demolished after they'd finished filming.
Ah, there we go.
I don't know which one it was, but yeah, it was definitely a shopping centre in Blighty that was abandoned, as it were. Silence.
Moving on.
Lots of silence on this. Okay. Here you go. Drew Gordon, rest in peace. Ian Gibson. Right, okay. Anything to add, folks? What do you want to do? Do you want to stick around for a bit, or?
Well, I was going to suggest that in the possibly 23 minutes left, if you take it that far, the chat we could open us up to the chat's questions. But I did that last time, and absolutely nobody was fucking interested in the slightest.
Well, we'll give it another go. We'll give it another go.
Age, sex, location.
Chat. Anything you want to ask? We will.
Brown is just sitting at his desk, brooding. Silence.
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 Oh.
Silence. Shall we just stay here in silence?
Welcome to ASMR on the Mr. Brown Lines
Mr.
channel.
Brown Lines, okay.
I'm touching it now.
Melodic method. Can we see the daisy pick again? No, you'll have to rewind.
You could join the RIP Calculon group on chat group on Twitter or X.
What size panty brown? What, my waist size or what? Well, medium. Now this is old cranky gamer. Where do babies come from?
Well, there are two different ways you can obtain a baby. One is through an adult human female. The other one is to purchase them on the internet, which apparently all the gay couples are doing now.
Anonymous bastard. Where does Brown go dogging? I don't. Perhaps I need to. I think this one's for you, Z. Franco Walker. Oddest place you've had?
In a car park.
On Tatooine?
No, next to the hotel I actually had a room in.
What?
I don't know what happened
there. PCat?
I've led a very boring life, so the hood of a car would be the my answer.
Brian?
Tragically, I've always been attracted to ladies who are very prim and proper. Apart from financially, obviously, but
yes.
So absolutely nowhere exciting at all.
Oh, Smilex has asked Z, what's my favourite Gru comic? I've got two, both in the 20s. The first one is Gru meets Palindrome, and the Arbor and Dakaba story, which is the first time he meets the witches. Oh, I also like the first story with Roberto, which is his dog.
There was a couple for
I'm
me.
just
so
scrolling, folks. Bear with me.
Hmm.
Amelia Bedelia, start again. Have the panel ever met in person?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, not.
It's kind of weird to think we've never actually met. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Well, after tonight's stream, I doubt if we will. Max Vundel, cock size.
Well, any's good for me.
And Z is the winner of the evening.
I think we can't top that, can we?
No, it's all in the timing. Is it Rebel Moon this Friday? Oh,
what?
Asked me, recommend channels on YouTube that you watch. I don't know about recommend, but
certainly
main
not
ones,
Mr. Brown Alliance.
The main ones that I watch, believe it or not, I watch very few on YouTube. Drinker, obviously. Robot Head is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
There's a guy called Troy Hawk who's a comedian who dresses as a kind of a gentleman in a smoking jacket, and he calls himself part of the Greeters Guild, and he basically kind of pranks people, but goes up and he welcomes them into places like B&Q and things like that.
Oh yeah, I've seen, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's good.
What amazing shoes you have on, madam.
Yes.
Yeah. Go and smash it. That's one of my favourites. I do watch an awful lot of kind of football streams, but one of my current favourite is probably a guy called Bobby Fingers, who makes dioramas of certain things. He made a diorama of Mel Gibson's 2006
I saw that.
Rest. And he's an Irish guy. He's not only incredibly talented in how he makes these things, his streams are absolutely hilarious.
Is this the one that he buried in the middle of nowhere and left clues to its location so you could actually dig it up and keep it?
He does. I might put a link in the chat. I
Did
do
we
watch
find it?
Yeah, they're always found. I do watch an awful lot. A gentleman who we have been streaming with, but there's been a few dodgy issues here. And I do still listen to Cockney, Captain Cockney Spot quite a lot, and I do find him amusing despite some of the kind of strange shit that's been going on.
I listen to regularly Sitch and Adam. I do like their political podcast, Critical Drinker, Count Dankula. It's a Gundam. It's a must listen to, and obviously Platoon and Dave Cullen.
PCat, your channels, if any. Obviously, my channel.
Well, yeah, that's like it would be it's the top, and then it's everything else.
Yeah.
I like Cullen a lot. I've been really into the old, reminiscing about old wrestling, and I love the podcasts from guys that were the writers or the behind the scenes guys of wrestling back in its heyday from the 90s, and getting to hear the stories of what went into the storylines and the behind the scenes drama, which is more compelling than today's wrestling. Like the behind the scenes stuff back then is better than what you're seeing on screen now. So I like watching like Eric Bischoff. He does 83 weeks. You've got who else? You got Jeff Jarrett does one. You got Kurt Angle, Bruce Pritchard. So if you're into the old wrestling from the wrestling from the 90s, the Attitude Era, Stone Cold, The Rock, you get a lot of great stories and behind the scenes stuff.
Ones I listen to: Dave Cullen, Drinker, obviously, Nerdrotic, a few music production channels. Been watching Lotus Eaters of late. A little bit of
I watched the Lotus Eaters. Yeah. Was, also the BBC archive. They put a load of old newsreels on there from in history on various different subjects, which is really good because you get to see how the news was portrayed way back then. I mean,
What, factually.
Yeah, there's a great one they put on a couple of days ago where they were hacked live on air
What?
on a BBC Micro. It was quite funny.
I think I remember that.
12 days ago, I think they had Bill Hicks on there as well. A couple of weeks back.
Yeah. Pebble Mill.
Yep. Classic interview. So well worth checking them out. There's some really old stuff going back to the 1950s. So where everybody talks like this.
Mr.
Amelia-
Johnny Warner.
Want to add one more Orange Hat? I like to watch a lot too. He's a really nice guy, and he has some timely videos he does.
Amelia.
Folks. Is it that one?
No, it was a previous one I
Okay.
was going to answer.
Who's single? Who wishes they were?
I'm not. I celebrated my 24th wedding anniversary
Oh, nice.
on December the 1st.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, still good. Going strong.
Brilliant.
Awesome.
I'm also taken, sadly. Sometimes wish I was single.
I'm available.
But the
folks,
missus,
if you're desperate.
but the good lady now is, I've been with her for quite a considerable amount of time. And she's like an old couch. She's fallen to pieces. But I'm at the stage where I don't really want to let her go. It's like, like if you've got an old porno mag,
Oh,
and you've had it forever. It still gets you where you want to go. Not quite as fast as it did in the past.
Yeah.
But I can't really let her go. That's the main reason I'm still with her, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it's falling out from the staples. Some of the pages are stuck together, but your favourite.
Yeah. Just can't get over it.
It's like my issue of
Sentimental
Razzle issue
reasons,
2.
Fucking Razzle. That was a desperate read.
It was, wasn't it?
Amelia has asked me, if I need to answer this before I lose it, when did you realise you could do impersonations? Probably, I think, when I was about 6 years old. My relatives found me behind the couch doing an impression of the current King Charles, Prince Charles at the time.
Oh, go on, man.
I can't even remember what it was. I think it was just making that kind of noise, and it seemed to stem from there. But I then moved on to Transformers. I used to do Megatron's voice and Soundwave's voice, and I used to have people coming from other classes to come and hear my impression. So it was kind of funny. But
Go on then. Do Transformers.
fuck knows. I haven't done them for years. I'll give it a miss.
You got Adam Jones. How far away are the stars?
Very.
It depends which star you're talking about.
Is it 93 million miles? Is it million miles or billion? No, it's 93 million, isn't it?
Light years they tend to count it in.
Our nearest star, Proxima Centauri, is 5.88 trillion miles away.
Well, what about the sun? That's the closest. Moving on.
Oh, yeah. That's only 147.27 million kilometres.
8 minutes away by the speed of light, everybody.
93 million miles if you live in the UK.
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Any more
See if there's any more.
questions about?
Yeah, chat anymore because I'm having to scroll through.
There's one that will last about an hour and a half onto the stream there. And
Which is?
Since you mentioned it, Brown, what kind of music has the panel listened to recently?
Go on then.
Myself, well, I thought you'd want to take this. Myself, personally, I tend to listen to older stuff. I'm very much a Doors fan. I do love the band. I saw the surviving members in 2003 and 2006. And the Stones, the Rolling Stones. For some reason, last night I was flicking through the videos on YouTube and I found Crockett's theme by Jan Hammer and listened to that.
Oh,
on
I
repeat
got
about
that. I got
50
a 12 inch of that. Yeah, it's good. I prefer the
Yourself?
B-side as well.
Yourself, Brown?
What do I listen to?
Yes.
I don't. Do you know,
Apart from the voices in your head, of course.
I'm going to be really boring. I don't think I actually listen to much music anymore.
Are you more of a creator?
Yeah, I'm more of a creator, or try to create, but that's. I've got really, really bad writing block at the moment, folks, and it's frustrating as well, and it's not helping me, as it were. Just, I'm a very creative person by trade. I don't know if it's my age affecting it or just being stir crazy. I don't know. It's just frustration is not good for the noggin, is it, boys?
Yeah,
No.
you kind of need to be in a good place.
PCat music.
Probably just more, I guess what they would call classic rock, 70s, 80s. But believe it or not, I've never been a huge music fan. I've owned
Yeah, Mom.
maybe 3 or 4 albums in my entire life, and one of them was the Rocky IV soundtrack.
What? Oh, it's a great movie, though.
It is. Great soundtrack.
Yeah. Hearts on fire.
Hearts on
All that.
Fire.
So fucking good.
Yep. Burning Heart. Even has a Eye of the Tiger on it.
I will say, folks, Rocky IV soundtrack. It's fucking great. Check it out. It's brilliant.
I'm not allowed to play my music in the car.
What?
No. Apparently, I've got more gay disco on my phone than a straight guy should have. So I kind of love Bronski Beat. I love Jimmy Somerville.
Yeah, there's nothing
I
wrong
love
with
the
that. I used to love all
Communards.
that stuff.
Yeah.
I've got Erasure on here, Pet Shop Boys.
Same here.
Yeah,
Got
all of that.
it all, yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's gay disco, and I'm not allowed to play it in the car.
In the 90s, I had a lot
Good
of
music, though.
a lot of kind of techno stuff and dance
Same
music
here.
until a colleague pointed out, it says, see all the stuff you listen to, it's all high energy gay dance music. Do you realise that? I went, oh well. Yes, I meant closet.
I mean, back when I was at school, I used to listen to a lot of hip hop.
Mm.
That was great.
Here you go, folks. Eraserhead. I'm assuming this is. I feel you, Brownie. Yeah, with my artistic frustration, it's crippling, folks. Here you go, Madcapper, same Brown. So I'm assuming we've got some really creative people in the chat.
Eraserhead has a question. It's going to suit you even better than the last question, Brown. It's when's everyone's last acid trip?
Tuesday.
Right now.
I hate you. I hate you, Z. You know that. Brian, when was your last?
I've never ever had an acid trip, believe it or not. I have been absolutely out my tits in Tenerife many years ago, and it was a horrendous experience. 4 hours of absolute hell, but it wasn't acid. It was several days of extreme drinking and Colombia's finest. Allegedly.
Here you go, Nameless No Name. I did mushrooms about 16 years ago. Oh, mushrooms, the best.
I was never into drugs at all. Apart from that one holiday, I think I had some kind of anxiety issues, and I was getting all sorts of tablets from the doctor, and for some reason I thought, well, if I'm doing this, I might as well have a go at something else, which was a ill-advised move.
Looks like we've got some ravers, ex-ravers and stuff in the chat. Always good to see. Sword in the Storm. I salute you. Winners don't do drugs, folks. Moving on. Anything else you want to ask, boys and girls? Got 7 minutes up to the 2.
Any more questions? Is there any more questions we've missed?
Here you go. Nameless No Name. There's been research done about this, hasn't there? Psilocybin and depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hardly be depressed if you're on a UFO, can you, Brown? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's good for curing depression.
Yeah, there are clinical trials at the moment using mushrooms, a bit of Molly and LSD in clinical trials to sort out things like depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. You may even find this being legalized sometime in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolute fantastic medical advances. There's some excellent things to watch on YouTube.
If I remember correctly, ecstasy was was it in the 50s or 60s it was discovered, and it was it was prescribed in America as to couples who had kind of fallen out of love, if you know what I mean. Because of the side effects of getting them loved up.
Fuck, I better order a crateful then.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Also, it made you want to dance your ass off. Yeah, I'm sure it got at some point it was made illegal, and then it made its way onto the dance scene. Yeah. So there you go, folks. Anything else? We've got 4 minutes, folks.
There is a question from
this one. Oh. Oh.
Thoughts?
Well, free speech is an absolute. You either are or you're not. I don't mind him being back. He's free to say what he wants, but community notes and the terms of service will take care of him if he starts causing hassle.
PCat.
Yeah, I mean, whoever runs X or whatever, whatever it's called, they have a right to put whoever they want on. And I'm not a fan of his. I won't, follow him. But hey, to each their own.
Brian?
I think I got my first proper PC internet access just for myself rather than using my friends back in 2004. And his website was through, I think, Sacred Cow Productions. Kevin Booth, Bill Hicks had featured Alex Jones and Doug Stanhope. And I watched a lot of his shows back then, and it nearly drove me off my head. Watching them, the Bohemian Grove stuff and all that really fucking freaked me out back then. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think probably Z and PCat have already said it. I didn't mind him back then when he was just a kind of periphery figure, and it was mainly entertainment. I think Paul Joseph Watson talks a lot of bollocks. My biggest problem with Alex Jones when he comes up with conspiracy theories is he'll provide maybe 4 or 5 different news reports to confirm his point of view and what's happening. And a lot of times these specific reports will contradict each other. And he doesn't make any kind of mention of that. So the scale of what happened surprises me, but actually happening didn't surprise me that much. In terms of coming back, I would say bring him back, but is put him on a leash.
Bring him back, but I think I've said this before. We all know what I'm referring to specifically. I just think that he's old enough. He's certainly ugly enough just to, just for once, just keep your mouth shut, son. You know what I mean? And he just let his mouth run away with him. So that's my opinion. But he should have just, out of respect, he should have just kept his gob shut. Yeah? Yes? No?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just should just shut the fuck up.
It's hard to say. I mean, did he actually believe what he was saying, or was he grifting? You really don't know. Alex Jones, so much of his act was just, is it a proper act that's performative rather than informative?
Maybe he needs a Gary Kurtz. You know, George.
Mm-hmm.
Knock it on the head, son. No. Yeah. We all need somebody to say no, I suppose. But here folks, super chats from common people, £5. Allegedly, that's a real money, folks. As my old dad said to my old mum, I always preferred your sister. Oh, Jesus.
Joe Darkness has a question.
How far up?
Joe Darkness says most
Wait, I'll
depressing.
find it.
Not far.
Me.
Mr. Brown Alliance.
Mr. Brown Alliance. Sorry, folks. Most depressing YouTuber.
DSP, Darkside Phil. Can't stand him. He brings everybody down.
That's normally my job, folks.
Grifter.
PCat?
I don't know. If I find somebody uninteresting, I just
Off.
move along. Yeah, I don't usually stick around long enough to get depression.
Brian?
I've got two absolute concrete mega bores in my mind, but
Can I take a guess at one?
One of them has recently passed, so I'm not going to say his name, and the other one, it really would be
Mr. Brown Alliance.
it would be awful to mention his name just because he's so fucking self-absorbed and just you know that way when you tune into one channel and he just takes over the whole fucking thing and you
that's definitely it's not me.
Can't get a word in edgeways. And if you ever do see me doing that chat, for fuck's sake, tell me, because I'm getting old.
I think that is it, folks. 2 hours. Nice round figure there. So, chats, thank you so much. As I said, I've been struggling the last few days. You guys have cheered me up, so thank you very much. Also, a big thank you for the super chats. Thank you, my friends. I will say a big thank you to the guest. PCat, thank you, my friend. Great to have you back.
Same. Good chatting with everybody. Thank you all. Thank you, chat.
Zee-ThreePIO.
Always a pleasure, Brown. Glad to be back again and to have you wonderful people alongside. And thank you very much for the chat, for bearing with us.
And last but by no means least, not Brian. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Brun. Thanks for having us yet again. Also, thanks to Zee-PCat. It's been great streaming with you for the first time in far too long.
Oh, yes.
And thanks also for the chat for sticking by us and asking us some cracking questions this evening. Thanks, folks.
Yeah, cheers, chat. Apologies. I've not been on top form tonight. So just one of things, boys and girls. So chat, you are wonderful, especially sticking to the bitter end. So we're going to be back. Brian and myself are going to sort these pictures out, and we'll try and get these underway on Saturday. So thank you so much, everybody. I'll put the graphic up, and I will say we will see you at the weekend, everybody. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you at the weekend. Tell you bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.
Timing.